Up
All right, so
next,
yes, up next,
Texas Death
Texas.
Match.
No, you gotta say it like how they say it. Texas Death. And just leave it at that.
Yeah,
I don't know why they say it like that. I don't know
bro.
if they think they're doing something, but whatever,
Yeah,
man. It's a match. It's not a fight. It's not a brawl. It's a Texas Death Match. Has stipulation, so it's fine.
brother.
But
This nigga
yeah, man. This
Hangman Page came out with his new entrance. I think
yeah
it's a one-off only. I think, but he comes out to something called Ghost Riders in the Sky. And when I saw this motherfucker walking out, I was like, yes. Bro, I was so fired up during this entrance and like let's go. This is a motherfucking ace. And I was like, y'all had the nerve to let that washed up bum beat this man. Like, man, yeah, that whole entrance was incredible. Watch it again.
yeah. So I don't even know where to start or end. This match was just glory violence throughout. You had barbed wire chairs. It was funny because I think one of them on commentary was like, I don't think I've ever seen a barbed wire chair before. I was like, I could have sworn I've seen Moxie with a barbed wire chair before. Uh, Lots of barbed wire, um, barbed wire traps that were on the floor that they end up like lifting up on top of chairs to hold them up. Brawled around ringside, I believe, or if they did they brawl in the stands? They brawled in the stands at the
Yes.
start. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because before Moss could actually get into the ring, it was a lot. It was a lot. A
Bro.
lot of great stuff. Um,
Forks, bricks.
yes, the bricks in particular. Yeah, like I think that's the best near fall I've seen so far this year. I think it was what is it, Death Rider on bricks? No, it was a curb stop on bricks. That's what
Curb
it was.
stop on the
The
bricks.
curb stop on bricks. I was like, oh, he's done and kicked out. I was like, holy shit.
The barbed wire moonsault to the floor.
Yeah. Yes, it's
Bro.
fucking goofball. I'm going to think about that.
I'm gonna hurt me to hurt you.
No, not even that. Think about this. Obviously, it's fake. Whatever. It's sensational, so you don't think about it too much, right? Otherwise, you pull one thread, it goes too far. But think of the idea. I'm going to wrap my body around with one wire of barbed wire, and then I'm going to then jump and flip and fall. I don't know, 12 feet to the ground, and think that. And the idea is, I'm going to hurt this person maybe this much more than me. What are the odds that actually being the case where you actually hurt that person more than you? Doing a moonsault wrapped around with barbed wrapped around yourself, like it's just ridiculous and funny and like wow, yeah, man. But this match is awesome. It also had like the bricks out, and then like he stomps, and Moxie stomps Hangman's hand, and one of his hands were between the bricks. Yeah, it was you also had the spot where you get the power bomb on the two spines of the chair. It was a lot. I think this is the second best like crazy death match they've done, singles match in AEW. Like I still think the Omega Moxie match is ahead, but I think this match was like the next best thing I can think of because it's kind of hard because they've done so many of these blood porn matches. I don't know,
Bro, I thought this was a perfect match. They thought about this stuff. I thought so much.
Well, yeah, Moxie does that. Like
the machismo of this thing, the just real man energy of this, like this was 5 stars. I was like no question about it, about like 75% through the match. I was like, this is like incredible. And this is like, you add up all their matches, this is a feud of the year contender. Hangman Page as another, Jon Moxley as another, and the like we knew what this was. This was the repair Hangman Page, mission accomplished. You could easily flip him up to the next, the world title scene, but he finished this match by making a man who had not submitted in 10 years submit by hanging him with a chain. This was just like so many iconic images I think will come from this match. I haven't watched it again yet, but bro, I felt like I was watching like like Triple H versus Cactus Jack at like the 2000 Royal Rumble or something, and it was
Oh well,
like
this is better than that.
this was better, but it was just like the level of like going at each other. That's like what I was like kind of thinking of, and
Yeah,
it being such a big match for like Triple H, and then I felt like this was such a big match for Hangman Page.
well, I remember the Danielson matches. In the 2021, beginning of 22,
Mm-hmm.
and he bladed in both of those. And I remember at the end, I remember you saying like on the show, like, you know what? I think Hangman is a blood guy. We just never knew it. And this kind of goes to show that he is. This is what he wants to do. I think they did a really good job of going past the standard, like, you see spots with this kind of stuff. Barbed wire exploding match they had. Lights out match with Omega. Staying on particular is like as his example of like, what a regular hardcore death match is in pro wrestling. We're going to give you one or two or three visuals that are going to creep you out to an extent, or make you think about things to an extent that makes you think that takes it beyond what a really great normal death match is to begin with. And I was impressed. Like, this goes back to Moxley with that chain, but like in that lights out match with Omega, like in the bleed up, Omega said, "What are you gonna do?" Like, of course we want a lights out match. What do you think? You think you're gonna chain wrestle me? And then what do you know? He grabs a chain and fucking locks him up with a chain, right? Like that's thinking. Like, well, in this particular case, you got Moxley hog tying a cowboy. Like, that's fucking hilarious.
That too.
That's fucking hilarious. Like, Moxley really thinks these things through with his opponents and like what he wants to get to with this stuff. And like when he's in there with like a big opponent, like he's definitely going to give them like the opportunity and the space to like let them have their best, ghoul match. And he's with it because, it don't take nothing to ask him to bleed. But like the another example I want to say is like the the Abdullah spot with the like, stabbing with the knife, like, or not the knife, but the fork, like that was gross. That's one of those things that make you feel uncomfortable. Similar to like, the glass with Omega and the lights out matches. Like these things make you feel like, instead of you're just watching and be like, holy shit or whatever else, you're like, it makes you kind of wince and say like, oh, this is beyond the pale. Like, Moxie's good at that. Moxie's really good at that. And I thought they did a great job of getting you uncomfortable at times with what was going on in the ring. And that was the point. So yeah, it was a great match. I'm really bad at grading these type of things or whatever else. They're not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna rate. I'm not gonna go back and watch these and rank these, but yeah, it was way up there as one of the better, sicko matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't get those feelings of like being like grossed out or anything during these matches. Like I'm a kind of a ghoul, I'd say. I just don't care. But but this was just like, this felt like just so big. And it was and earned, and like for months of these guys getting to it, and that hanging at the end, Jesus Christ.
So Sir Sam is talking about the hanging too in the comments, and I'm like, if he was actually hung, like Moxie's feet are clearly on the ground the whole time. But sure.
But he's getting choked, so like,
No. But yeah, I get that part. But it's like, Moxie gotta do a little, just get this much off the ground to make me actually think you actually getting hung before tapping out, instead of just being like, oh, chain's right around my neck and my feet are on the ground. And I'm just, oh, it's time for me to give it up. But obviously the visual makes sense. Like, he's getting choked. It's either tap out because you lost or you're dead. Like, so yeah, that was an appropriate finish.
What a match. Bravo. Will be on my match of the year list.